Hi, how are you? Somebody asked me something strange yesterday and asked me, what is marriage? We see people who have been in marriage for 20 years and then they separate. We see people who marry younger, 2022, and they stay together. We see people who marry adults, 35 and above, they get married. Uh, a little time later, they separate. What is marriage? And I'll tell you some little things that you need to know about marriage. Marriage is not in any way connected to age. Marriage is not career. Marriage is not professional or profession. I mean, we see people. That's why we keep on asking that the people who are very educated sometimes stay out of marriage, and we see a lot of young girls who are feminists and all that. Most of them actually are well educated, fancy jobs, beautiful career trends, but what most of them don't even actually pay attention to is the understanding that the two don't connect. Career is career. Your job is your job. Marriage is basic. And when I say marriage is basic, I mean simple stuff. Marriage is as basic. If whatever you have to explain about marriage, your child of 2 years or 5 year old cannot understand it, you're complicating things. Marriage is basic knowledge. What is basic knowledge? For example, he has cheated. In basic knowledge, we know he has cheated. You, the educated, the pro, the professional, you'll be like, he cheats, that's it. I'm not giving you my pussy again. I'll not sleep with him. I can't sleep with a man who has cheated. But you've not gone. You've stayed home. In basic knowledge, we will call you a fool. Once you stay, you must give. That's basic knowledge. Wait, if he has cheated, is your not giving him sex going to stop him from cheating? Basic knowledge. Okay, two. He has no job. Basic knowledge is he has no job, he can't marry. The moment you accept to marry him, basic knowledge tells us, with money or without, the moment you say it, I am marrying him, with your education, with your job, basic knowledge is a husband. It is of respect. Basic knowledge. The other thing that is as simple as basic, a lot of people come to us and say, you know what, my guy, he doesn't support. I mean, you tell him shower the kids, he doesn't. Separation of roles in the home is basic knowledge. He doesn't want to cook. I mean, I cook everything, I prepare the home, basic knowledge. When you were starting the relationship, what was the quote? My husband. You saw all these when you're dating. That's basic. I mean, most of the relationship advice that I've had or in marriage counseling I've seen, some of them are very complex. If you have to use so much knowledge, so much English to explain the basic principles of marriage, you're complicating things. Marriage and relationship is simply basic. Basic. Okay, I am mad at him. What did he do? He said sorry. Basic knowledge says someone says sorry and you want to stay. Forgive. Basic knowledge. How your baby says, Mommy, I'm sorry, and forgive. And we move on. But if you have to explain it too much, you're complicating things. Marriage is basic. If you want to understand marriage, basic. I know that's all I can tell you. So everyone who is trying to complicate marriage with too much English, too much vocabulary, too much dictionary words here and there, marriage is basic. It takes simply stuff. One, for marriage to flow, you have to be as basic as a very uneducated person. If you're too educated, too knowledgeable, too wise, marriage has failed. The other thing you have to also understand that sometimes you're going to accept being a fool for marriage to stay. That's how basic it is. You're not supposed to be talking about everything. In marriage, there are things you see and just keep quiet and say, you know what, my darling, it is okay. It is okay. See, you're just trying to figure out things in your understanding. If you're not ready to forgive the unforgivable, marriage is consisting of two forgiving fools. Yeah. Yes, madam, I see you shaking your head. But one of the most important patterns of life, you who is actually asking about, what if I found him cheating? If you are going to stay in the marriage, stay. And staying means you're going to also give the sexual duties. But I see a lot of young girls, I caught him cheating. I cannot give him. You withhold your thing for 1 month or 2. Next thing I hear, you want to sleep with him again. You sleep with him after. If you're giving, give. If the battleground has become pussy, the other girl gave pussy. Give the pussy. That's the problem with a lot of educated people. You think too much. Don't think too much when it comes to marriage. The other last thing I'll tell you, young girls, before you leave. The moment you start complicating your life in marriage, a child would ask you, that's why many women say, my daughter sees me unhappy and she asks me, why have you stayed, mommy? If you're not happy in a place, marriage means, if you're not happy, go. Well, why? A lot of you choose unhappiness for yourself. How do you choose unhappiness for yourself? You start rotating around the man. You look for him, you follow up him, you check on his phone, There are men I know who are very wise. They will delete everything, delete and paste, and they're still doing stuff, and you've never seen. Marriage is like a chicken. Please eat the chicken on the plate. Don't follow what the chicken eats. Don't keep on checking on your chicken. What is it eating? It will eat roaches, eat maggots, eat poo-poo, eat everything. Look at marriage on the plate. Like how you see, now I have my chicken soup. Take the chicken soup, forget about what the chicken was eating. That's how basic marriage can be. The principle of liveliness. And a lot of times when you look at the young people here, this generation is actually confused. I've never seen a confused generation like we are in now. Confused in every area. You want to be a feminist, you want to be a very Christian woman, at the same time you want to be a traditional woman. The traditional woman was given everything. She never worked. You are working, but you still want to be given everything. That's confusion. Those guys, the traditional woman, all she did was to take care of her husband. Now you've hired a maid to take care of your husband. You are working, he doesn't have time for you. You come tired and he wants sex, you can't give. But on top of that, you want to be given fully, yet you're working. Where is your money going? Confusion. Marriage is basic. Another thing I will tell you, young people who are confused today, you want to be a very Christian woman. You respect your pastor more than your husband. You respect your papa more than your husband. But you want to be Christian. Your pastor is your pastor. Your husband is your king, is your Lord. Sarah addressed Abraham as my Lord. Now, problem we have is you. I mean you. Are you confused? Is that confusion? Marriage is basic. Basic. Feminist comes in. You shower the baby. I shower. I do the food. When it comes to the bills, if he doesn't do the bills, you're like, it's not money enough. But you're sharing the duties. Why don't you share bills? Confusion. But anyway, to cut your story short, ladies, if you want to understand marriage, it's in the basic, simple rules. If you leave your man because of cheating, you're going to leave so many men. Yeah, I know you're laughing. The only place I actually have encouraged many young girls who come to me to leave, I've never told anyone to leave, but the only place I see like that's not working is when this man has chosen to be very, very disrespectful, very, very inhuman. He has showed you a lot of gibberish. Like he actually doesn't even care about this whole thing, that he's cheating, and he still shows you. He's disrespectful, he's a beater. Those are no. But if he's doing his responsibility, baby girl, stay in your marriage. And don't stay in your brain. One of the things that kill marriages is staying too much in your brain. Don't think too much. Marriage is basic. It is what it is. I hope you understand that. I love you guys. Go and do your marriage duties with basic knowledge. If it takes too much to understand, it's not marriage. Marriage is basic. Bye. I'm out of here. God bless you. I love you. And I love marriage. Bye.